Hi, I'm Vicki from Vicki's Garden and Gift Center. Today we're going to talk about doing a little maintenance on our baskets. It's after Mother's Day. Things aren't looking perfect. The sun is getting to them. Things have dried out or been rained on. So now we want to go through, prune our basket, do a little touch-up maintenance so the basket does not think it's going to seed, but yet it needs to thrive and continue to bloom through the season. So what we're going to do, so I'm going to zoom in here, and we're going to look at our petunias that are starting to get a little overbloomed. A lot of people will take these and just pull off the little blooms and dispose of them. But that's not the proper way to do this. What you want to do is go behind it, take the umbrella, which is the seed part of the bloom, and that will tell the plant, I'm no longer going to seed, I need to continue to bloom. Once we've started to do our pruning, we want to go through, continue to do that, but maybe your basket's growing a little bit lopsided. Now's the perfect opportunity to trim off some of the long branches and even the basket up a bit so that we're going to get that round balling effect to this basket and not some long dangly plants. And you'll continue to do this. I think of it as therapy. Some people think it's a pain in the bottom, but we'll call it therapy. And this is something that you should be doing with all of your annuals. I'll show you a few other items that I've got here that will allow you to take that seed pod off. You'll get color all summer long. So my dahlias were beautiful when I bought them, in perfect color, but I've had them for a couple of weeks, and now some of the blooms that were in full color are starting to go away. I got lots of little buds coming on behind them. Let's get rid of some of this ugly dahlia and start fresh. So we're going to go way down the stem to where the leaf starts there and give it a snip. Let's get rid of some of these old buds. Again, you want to cut it where you're not going to see where it was cut. Nobody will ever know except for you and your dahlia. Take off some of those little bad blooms. Some of the pods that you can see have gone to seed. And that will allow all these little tiny babies to come on and begin to bloom, and your plant is going to get bigger and fuller. So that's our dahlia. Let's go to our verbena basket. Verbena is a tough one. These baskets want to go to seed. And again, I stand on my porch, I admire my basket, and what I'm going to do is just take off some of these dead seed pods. Again, if the plant thinks it's going to seed, it will continue to do so throughout. If you take those seed pods off, it's going to continue to bloom and look beautiful all summer long. So you're going to end up with a little handful or two of the little seed pods. We're going to get rid of those, and now everything that was behind all of these little buds are going to come popping out, and this is just going to be solid mound of color. Another thing that we got is some of our baskets that we bought early in the season are now getting a little bit leggy. So you can't even see the hanger on here. So what we're going to do is go down the stem, trim these back, and again we're going to do that right at a leaf break. That's the best place to pinch these back. And don't worry about taking off too much foliage, they'll come back. Make sure that you're also getting those little seed pods. If there's any of the pods that have already done their blooming, we're going to take those off and trim it up. I've noticed that my basket is getting a little bit yellow. It may be time to reapply a time to release fertilizer. We've put fertilizer in the soil when we planted them back in March, but usually about 3 months later, you want to look into the Osmocote or a time release fertilizer and put a little bit more on. That should keep it through the rest of the summer. Okay. Okay, I know it looks like we really hacked the heck out of this, but trust me, give me about a week, and this will be all in full color again. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Vicki with Vicki's Garden and Gift Center, because good people garden.